a skill here.
Yep.
Yep. And the sand was going out of the bunker, so I'm committed to some speed. Yep, I'm getting pretty good. So now it'd be time to figure out where a ball should be within that divot. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to see what would happen if there was two balls in the way of one divot. I'm going to see if I had two balls sitting here, and what would happen if I was to put a divot under those.
You'll be able to catch it.
Hmm?
You'll be able to catch one of the balls.
No, this divot is sufficient in length to go under both of those balls, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Without hitting, I wouldn't make club face to ball contact.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yep. But this ball is going to hit that ball and it's going to bounce straight up.
Oh no, it won't. It's too far away. In fact, I'll even make it further away.
Okay.
Slow motion photography will prove to you that neither of these balls will hit each other
Okay.
in this situation. If I put them closer, they will.
Okay.
So now I'm going to also see what would happen if there was three balls in the way of one divot.
Oh, wow.
It'd be really interesting to know what would occur.
Uh-huh.
Is this divot sufficient in length to go under one ball, two ball, even three balls?
Sure.
I wonder what would happen if I just stuck some divots under those balls.
Yep.
I'm going to just watch. I'm going to hit these shots. I'm going to be involved in my entry point and my exit point with the same ability to take all of this sand and send it out of the sand trap. That's how much speed I need. Okay, so I think I need to rehearse a couple more practice swings because I took a little break there. So I'm going to do a couple more practice swings, verifying my ability to put my divot where I want my divot. I'm a little behind again. I need to move this way. A little behind. I'm going to do some more practice during my valuable practice session, learning how to be in charge of my divot placement skills.
I need to put a sand trap by my house.
You do? I always had one in my backyard. I'll help you build yours. Oh, I'm good at my divot placement skills again. Interesting. I wonder what would happen if I put that divot under that ball. And then under those balls. And then under all three of the balls. Divot placement skills. Here we go. Where's my divot? Perfect. Where's the ball? Right by the hole where it belongs. A little deeper than I wanted, but reasonable divot placement skill. The spectators are clapping. By the way, that ball was sitting here, yes? And my entry point is here?
Right.
Let's measure that.
Yeah.
How far did I enter behind that ball?
So 4 or 5 inches.
Then why are they clapping when the book said to enter an inch behind the ball? Because they don't know, because they think everybody's entering the inch behind the ball, and I've proven it with a lot of pros that tell me they enter an inch behind the ball, but then I put lines and they don't enter where they think they enter. They just felt like they were entering that close.
Oh, really? They're entering farther back.
Daniela Macapani, I'll put it right in tape, proven. I asked her, how do you hit your bunker shots? Well, blah, 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 and enter an inch behind the ball, and blah, 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 and I enter an inch behind the ball, and blah, blah, blah. I go, you really do enter an inch behind the ball? She goes, yeah. And so she hit a couple shots, and I said, let me just draw a line here and put your ball on this behind the ball. And she kept hitting great shots, entering right there. Every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. She didn't enter where she thought she entered. Kimberly Kim, same story. Every one of them. They think they entered in this. Okay, so now watch these two balls carefully because you're going to see two different flight characteristics and two different spin rates. One speed, X amount. Same amount of speed that takes the sand. This divot is going to fly out of the sand trap, so I'm not concerned too much about the ball. So I'm just not too much ball awareness, divot placement awareness with enough speed, and I'm going to watch what happens on these ball flights. One's going to go higher than the other, and one's going to go lower. One's going to fly further and spin more. One's going to fly less and roll more, and they're both going to end up in the same place, which means there's a lot of room for error if you just had knowledge. Okay, so let me see if that's true. So my only objective is to stick a divot under those balls right there. One high, one low, one spun, one didn't. And they're, look at them, one went in. True story. Is it caught on tape?
Maybe.
I don't know if he had the camera up high enough, but you could look in the hole.
Yep.
Did you notice that what I said was true? One went higher and one went lower.
Right.
One spun more and one spun less, and they both ended up in the same exact place. One's about 6 inches and one's in the hole. How is that possible? Okay, let's check something out. I entered here. I tried to enter here. I entered here. I came really close to my plan. Ball 1 was sitting here. Ball 2 was sitting here. Divot is there. Would you agree that I entered maybe 3 inches behind ball 1? Would you agree that if I measure it, I entered 6 inches behind 2? Behind ball 2? Why are they clapping if I entered 6 inches behind the ball? Because they don't understand. There's a key thing called keyword, keep room for error. What happened right there? X amount of speed under both balls, same. Didn't slow down, didn't speed up. It was one speed under both balls. Ball 1 had the least amount of sand between the club and the ball at impact, thus it had the most sandpaper to ball type friction, thus it flew the furthest because it had less sand between the club face and the ball, and it had the most sandpaper to ball type friction, so it spun the most. Flew higher, flew further, spun more. Ball 2, same speed, more fluff, stuff, or sand between the club face and the ball at impact, thus it didn't fly as far with more stuff in the way of it between the club face and the ball. Didn't spin as much because less sandpaper to ball type friction. Didn't fly as far, didn't spin as much, rolled more, and they go to the same place. It's so nice to know there's room for error in the sand. You don't have to be perfect. Okay, what if there was 3 balls in the way? Now you're going to see high, medium, and low, spin, and even less spin, and they're all going to go right by the hole. And I'm going to enter 9 inches behind one of them.
Okay.
Proving I'm not going to try when I play golf to enter 9 inches behind the ball, and the average pro is entering 3 or 4. But it's going to be proof that there's so much room. It's ridiculous. So I got to make sure the balls are lined up where I want them to be aiming with my planned swing path, which is barely left of the target. I think I'm going to just practice during my practice session. One more divot placement skill. Yep, I'm pretty good at this, apparently. Gonna stick it under a ball, and what would happen? It's caught live on tape, so it's a pressure-packed moment in sports. No, it isn't. I'm just going to stick a divot where the divot belongs, and nothing matters. I think that's my plan. Let's see what happens. High, medium, and low. Oops. I hit 2 of them off the toe edge. The good
Touring pros put a board underneath it and asked him why.
Oh.
And he said for muscle memory so that he doesn't go too deep.
That's a good thing.
But
Do you know what the worst thing they can do to a PGA Tour event? Put brand spanking new sand in the sand traps.
no.
They hate, now it's too soft, there's no bottom, there's no board, there's no bottom.
Yeah.
They hate it, but the amateurs, these bunkers are too hard. We love firm bunkers.
Yeah.
We hate soft, brand new sand bunkers. But the members, all of them, the bad golfers, they love them. Okay, so now, first, let me see if you can put your divot from here to there. Here's your ball. Look at my left foot, by the way. It's way deeper than my right. Bury your left foot. Lean on it. Yeah. Okay, let's observe. Where was your divot? Here was your plan.
Yeah.
And did your sand fly all the way out of the sand trap? Not quite. So a little more speed. Okay. So we've got here and here, so we're not repeating yet.
Yep.
So we got to get good at our divot placement skills. Oh, good. Can you do it again? Here's the ball. Oh, good. One more. Next ball. Another ball. And then I'm going to put real balls. Getting pretty good, but you're hitting them a little close. I'm not going to say that, but your divots are here instead of here. You see that line good enough? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's what I meant. Your divot, that was. This was not in your way, but you hit it. I'll go with ball now. You got to get that spot, but give me some more speed. Okay. Don't hit this board or this thing. Ball first. It's far though. So you and me need to practice getting our divot placement. Do you want to back up and take a couple practice divots first, or are you ready? Get that entry point. Give me more speed. That kind of speed.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. The last time we played here.
There he is. Good. Now we're good. Now, what club do you have in your hand?
58 degree.
So we might need a 54. Do you have, what club do you have right there?
I
60?
don't have a 54 in my
Or
bag.
52?
I've got the 60
Yeah, you're right.
there.
Never thought about it.
All right. So then square it up. Have it less open. We need to get less loft. That speed would have worked with the right amount of loft on your hands. So we're de-lofting a little bit by squaring the face instead of switching clubs. Give me plenty of speed, but get the entry point. Okay, so this is not in your way, true? Is this visual aid in your way? No. Okay, I need balls and I need a line. 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 Ball, 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 ball. Don't hit a couple. That's a ball. That's a ball. There is a real ball, and a real ball, and a real ball. So hit those dots.
Kent, question from the audience.
Say it again.
Question from the audience.
Yes, question. Go.
When you're increasing speed, what's the difference between building it with hands versus chest rotation?
Maybe rotation, but that'd be a real good lesson. But that'd take time. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but I just really right now I just want you to get a divot from here to here and throw this hand further. How would you do that? I mean, I would love to talk about there. This ball.
That was good.
Throw the sand farther and don't hit the rake. There. Do it again. You entered too far back. You see where you entered? Don't hit the rake. Plenty of speed. Don't hit the rake. Rake. And look at your entry. Don't hit the rake. Get the entry. Don't hit the rake. Get the entry. Get the entry. Lean more left. Give me more of that at impact. Yes, gaining on it. New fresh spot of sand.
That sounded different.
It did, didn't it?
You heard the bounce.
Hold on, I need to put this where I want it. Don't hit the rake. Hands more forward until we gain it. Lean left, hands more forward, get the entry, don't hit the rake. 4 things. Yep, lean, now hands more forward.
Hands more.
Yeah, that. Speed. Yeah, gaining. All right, new fresh spot of sand. New little lines. Can you, is this okay that I'm having this here? Doesn't bug you? Okay.
No.
And you know it, you agree it's not in your way, yes? Good.
That looked easier with 2 balls than 1.
Look, one of them's right by the hole. One went far, but one was perfect. Okay, I'm the only guy that holed one out so far. You gotta hold this one out. Nice. High, low. It didn't spin like it should have, but look at that other ball. Divot placement skills, good?
Yep.
All good? Talent level, high? Or sticking your divot where your divot belongs with enough speed?
Yep.
How about pick that one?
Okay.
Now, in a minute, we're going to have to do no lines, proving that you can do it without a line. I want to do one more 2 balls. You? You good with 2 balls? Or you want to do one now?
Let's do it with 2 balls.
Okay. Do you need the rake or you got the vision?
I think I've got it.
Okay. shanked one of them. That was shaft.
Yep.
Let me get some balls. Let me get some balls. Ooh, we're getting better though. Now, I was going in the wrong hole. Why is it feel good if it goes in the other hole? Why is that? If it goes in the wrong hole, it still feels good. How come?
That's one too.
Nope, it wasn't a matter of speed. It was a matter of we came up with hard pan, which means you need to. You know what you do when it's harder?
You give your caddy the rake and say, "Could you rake that so it's not hard?"
Or steep and deep. You go way steeper. I can show it to you in a minute, but right now, hit the hard pan shot. You're going to have your hands more forward at impact to gouge. This one you're going to try to gouge because you won't be able to because it's hard pan. You know what I mean? But still try to take a long divot and get this rectangle of sand out of the sand trap. Enter here, gouge it, send it. Don't hit the ridge. But one of them's great. See how it's hard pan there? Yeah, I'm gonna rake it so you. There's a ball, there's a ball. There's one ball, then there's two balls. I'd love you to hit 3 balls.
Chip a couple and then I'll be right there.
Yeah, let's set it up with 3 balls.
Okay, let me, here. Ooh, gaining on it. Look at your divot placement. Is it where you like it? And do you notice I put these rectangles pointing in that direction?
Yeah.
Do you notice your divot went too much in that direction?
Oh, okay. So
Make your divot go down the path that those balls are pointing.
That makes sense.
Yep. We shanked one, so we won't know. Yep. And the divot placement was where the ball was. Yep, entry point.
I was thinking of the.
You were thinking of the
straight
path. Yep.
Try to think of the path.
Okay, we gotta get more balls. That's why I made a mistake on the 3-baller that one time. Do you want me to put the rake down there, or can you vision it?
I think I can do it without the rake.
Okay.
Straight through there.
Ooh, look at 2 of them though. Look at 2 of them. Look at that. One almost went in, and one kind of almost went in. Nice. Getting better. Look at your entry point. You entered. How many inches did you enter behind the ball? Long divot. Ball position. Actual entry. You hit behind it how many inches? And nobody's, and they're flapping for you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know. Yes, perfect shot. Perfect entry point. Look at your entry. Wow.
And I'm still a little bit that
Still
way
too much
than
left.
that way.
You way too much left, actually.
Okay.
Now, maybe I'll get rid of this line, but I'll use the path line. This is the path. Now you're visioning the entry line. Yes. Better.
Uh-huh.
Wow. All right, so
I think too, we probably better not take too much longer out here. I promised them.
let's not.
Too long.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that missed putt you had earlier today, but only cost you $1 million. But you got money ready, so don't worry about it. You'll get over it. I'm over it.
Thank you, Kent.
Thank you, Alan.
Thanks,
Alan
Alan.
Solheim, come from
Okay. Great.
All right, thank you.